Alright, lots of interesting things kind of rolling out today, just across like all the random of existence and things like that. So the first one we're going to be looking at here is TG Star Guardian. The anatomy looks like a TG monster finally is revealed. Okay, so this is 120-200. He's got a really big booty, alright? One tuner plus one non-tuner TG monster. I hate when we make these things not generic. But it's fine. So if this card is special summon, you can target one TG monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. This is really good for like the mid to late game. I think TGs kind of needed something to like record a Werewolf to the hand, or being able to load up a Striker for the next turn. Like, that's really good actually. During your main phase, you can special summon one TG monster from your hand. Oh, well, speak of the devil. You know, a TG monster that you use to make this with, well, you get to just beam it back out of your hand for absolutely free. And then once per chain, during your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon using this card you control. You should have absolutely no reason to like not be able to use this actually. This should be a really good stepping stone for your deck. I'm actually mildly impressed with this. This is really good for the TG archetype in general, and just the generalized support that the deck already kind of had for it. It's kind of clear that they're pushing more towards like pure TG, which is fine. I mean, the original engine was just Beast Stun with that stuff combined when we first went through the hell. But interesting job, Konami. You've got my fancy on just what you're trying to do with this deck. Hopefully, in the future, though, TG stuff like this won't be that crazy, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, some of the other support they got this week was actually really good. The little TG, we'll talk about it later in this video. I know it's there. Alright. Shiranui's Skill Saga. Now, the latest Shiranui support I've kind of been against because they've all restricted to zombie special summons, or there's some sort of condition on them. They learned from the first time, just with mass generic zombie support, that there had to be some things to change. So this is Shiranui's Skill Saga. So, okay. It's one tuner plus one or more non-tuner, which is beautiful. They got the restriction on there that I like to see. You can only special summon one Shiranui Skill Saga once per turn, and you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So, once again, why do we restrict us to once per turn? So this card is special summon. You can target one card on the field, change that card's position. Okay. I don't know why that's that important. If this card is banished, you can special summon one Shiranui token. Okay, so you get a free token out of this, and this is just whenever it's banished. If it's banished from the field, if it's banished from the graveyard. Okay, so token generation, things like this is good. But my first complaint is this effect is attached to a synchro monster, and I'm not a big, super huge fan of when my synchros have effects like this. I'm sure somewhere along the way, this card is amazingly beautiful in what it needs to be, and that's probably going to be pure Shiranui. But as a stepping stone for tokens and things like that, sure, I'm sure this deck will have some cool fundamentals for it, but it's not worth just changing a monster's battle position on summon. Like, yikes. Now, I was kind of screaming through this a little bit, but it looks like we have some new support coming out here from the anime. Oh, this is their support card I was talking about. So, looks like we had a commercial today. So, the first one is Rocket Synchron. Oh, what I like in my Rocket. So, level 1 Dark Tuner, okay? This card is normal summoned. You can target one level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster in your graveyard. Special summon that monster in defense mode, but its effects are negated. And it's destroyed during the end phase. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except for Dark monsters. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the tuner that is being used to step into the new Borreload Synchro Monster. And I'm sure a lot of people seen that bad boy and they were like, oh my god, this card is so awesome. I don't like when you mix archetypes in a different format. We learned our lesson with other Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, but we haven't. And then Speed Burst Dragon. Okay, I hope you're actually good. So 2400, 600. When you take damage due to an effect, you can special summon this card from your hand and then inflict damage, the same amount of damage to your opponent, and if you do, gain the life points back equal to half of the damage inflicted to your opponent. So it doesn't negate the effect damage, doesn't restore the damage to you. It just gives you back life points you would have took. So another anti-burn card. When this card is tribute summoned, you can add 2 rocket monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. So, level 6, getting the ability to add 2 rockets from my deck to my hand. Does this even seem worth playing? I'm confused. I don't like my tribute monsters, as do most people that should not like tribute monsters like this, but I guess getting a free +6 or free +2 is kind of worth it in the long run. I don't know, man. Now, we've got some other stuff here, actually. Alright, we have... Let's look at this picture. Thunder Monster. Ooh, that's a Trickstar fusion I see there. Alright. So Trickstar banned Sweet Guitar. So it's 1 Trickstar Link monster plus 1 Trickstar monster. Yikes. Double any damage inflicted to your opponent by the effects of a Trickstar Link monster you control that are linked to this card. Okay. Each time your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster effect, this card gains stack equal to the amount inflicted. Yikes. During the end phase of a turn that this card attacked, the attack gained from this card's second attack returns to 0. Then you can add 1 Trickstar from your graveyard to your hand. I don't like the commitment I have to make to this card. 1 Trickstar Link monster and a Trickstar monster is automatically more than I want to be dedicating to this, actually. And then we have the also level 4 Thunder monster whose name can't be read, but it is believed to have the following effect. Okay, so when the effect of a monster your opponent controls is activating, tribute this card to negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. This card is sent from the field of the graveyard and special summon 1 Thunder monster from your hand in defense mode. So the first thing I have to say that is the stats are 1900, 200. If this is the case, this is almost on par with something as good as Thunder King Ryo. It'll be the first time that we've had a good, decent 1900 level 4 support card in a while. And being a stun player, I would very much like that to be the case. We'll have to wait and see, though, because synergy with Thunder monsters kind of comes up only really in times of playing pure Thunder Dragons. So things like Thunder Dragons kind of get shafted, but level 4 Thunder monster with a effect negation, I would very much like that in my deck. I'm sure a lot of other people would. Some other stuff we got, actually. So this was announced yesterday. This is the Shiranui Spectral Sword of Sunset. This is a level 3 zombie tuner, and I can already tell you, I didn't like this the first time I read it. So you can tribute this card, target 2 of your banished zombie monsters, including a Shiranui monster, except for Spectral Sword of Sunset, and special summon them in defense mode, but their effects are negated. Also, for the rest of this turn, you got special summon monsters, except for zombie monsters. My first complaint about this was I have to already establish stuff out of play to get this better. This is more like a turn 2, turn 3 style card. This doesn't really start doing what a lot of the turn 1 decks need to do in this current day and age. Number 2, once again, that restriction of just locking me into zombie monsters doesn't necessarily make me feel any better about wanting to play this card generally. But it's an excellent support card. It just, in terms of being broken good Yu-Gi-Oh!, it falls short of that benchmark that we've kind of been placed on as of late. And then the last one is the TG card I was talking about. TG Booster Raptor. So this is level 1 dinosaur effect monster. Now, it's not a tuner. Alright, so don't get your jimmies all hyped up, being like, oh my god, it's a tuner. No, it is not. So you can special summon this card once per turn with its first effect's card name. So you are restricted to beaming this thing out once. So if you control a TG monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright, so this is going to help fix a little bit of those situations that we were talking about earlier with TGs needing to be able to get multiple monsters on the field. I mean, if you've got other stuff already going on out here, remember, Striker is only once. Warwolf is when another monster hits the field. So once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field or sent there, this turn, add 1 TG monster from your deck to your hand except for TG Booster Raptor. Why did it have to be just... See, this was the original complaint we all had with TGs. They all fall short because destroyed on the field, sent there. This guy. It's an excellent support card. Being able to special summon itself from the hand when you control a TG monster to climb the ladder is really good. I'll take that, but the whole Savage Strike set is just kind of falling short of my general expectations. I don't know. There'll probably be something in here that's going to blow my mind, but just so far, we're kind of falling short of that benchmark that a lot of players just are like, oh, it needs to be competitive. Oh. Alright guys, please tell me what you think about the new cards down below in the comment section. And guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.